What if I told you that the richest man in the world didn't start with money, fame, or a golden opportunity? Elon Musk went from a regular, awkward kid in South Africa to building multiple billion-dollar companies and rewriting what's possible. In this video, you'll discover exactly how he built his fortune from scratch and what you can copy to build yours. Because success leaves clues, and Musk's playbook is full of them. Most people think getting rich requires one of three things: being born into money, getting insanely lucky, or inventing something totally new. And if you're young, maybe still in school, working a minimum wage job, or just trying to figure life out, the idea of becoming wealthy can feel impossible. But Elon Musk didn't start with a powerful network. He didn't inherit millions, and he definitely wasn't normal by society's standards. What he did have was something much more powerful, a way of thinking. He learned how to turn problems into opportunities, how to take massive risks when others played it safe, and how to invest his energy, time, and money like a long-term game. And while you might not want to build rockets or electric cars, you can use the same mindset to change your financial future. So let's break down exactly how Elon did it, step by step, and how you can apply it starting today. Elon Musk wasn't born with a silver spoon. He grew up in Pretoria, South Africa, in a middle-class household. His parents weren't billionaires, and he didn't have a straight path to success waiting for him. In fact, he was bullied at school, painfully shy, and spent most of his time reading science fiction and learning how to code on a basic computer. At age 12, he sold his first video game for about $500. Not exactly life-changing money, but it was the first glimpse of what was possible when he used his brain to build something of value. This is the part most people miss. Elon didn't wait for the perfect opportunity. He created one with what he had, right where he was. So what can you do right now? Take inventory of what you already know, the skills you have, the things people ask you for help with. Because wealth doesn't start with money, it starts with mindset. Elon didn't just go to school, he devoured knowledge. As a kid, he would read for hours, everything from encyclopedias to sci-fi novels. Later, he taught himself programming, engineering, rocket science, even business strategy. Not by waiting for someone to teach him, but by going after the knowledge himself. This obsession with learning became his ultimate advantage. While others were relaxing, Elon was absorbing, experimenting, connecting dots no one else saw. And here's the part you can copy. You don't need a PhD or a fancy mentor. You have YouTube, podcasts, books, courses. The entire internet is your classroom. Start with 30 minutes a day. Choose a topic that aligns with your goals, like investing, sales, AI, or digital skills. Over time, that curiosity compounds, and knowledge turns into confidence. Confidence into action, and action into income. Because in the real world, the learners are the earners. When people think about Elon Musk, they imagine rockets, robots, and Teslas. But his first business, it was called Zip2, basically a digital version of the Yellow Pages. Not glamorous, not revolutionary, just useful. He and his brother coded it themselves, slept in the office, and showered at the local YM. And eventually, that boring idea sold for $307 million. Here's the lesson. You don't need a world-changing idea to get started. You just need to solve a real problem. Too many young people waste years waiting for the perfect startup concept. Meanwhile, simple ideas, like organizing info, saving time, or connecting people, quietly make millions. What can you launch that's useful, even if it's not flashy? Start simple. Think local. Solve something annoying. Your first business doesn't need to impress anyone. It just needs to work. After selling Zip2, Elon walked away with millions in his pocket. Most people would have celebrated, bought a mansion, traveled the world, maybe retired early. But he reinvested almost everything into his next venture. PayPal. No luxury lifestyle, no comfort zone. Just a bigger bet. And when PayPal got acquired by eBay, he did it again, pouring his money into Tesla, SpaceX, and SolarCity. This is the mindset shift. The goal isn't to look rich, it's to build assets that make you rich. You might not have millions to reinvest, but what if you took a portion of your income or side hustle money and put it into something that grows? Of course, a business, an investment account, even tools or software that make you better or faster. Reinvestment is how money becomes momentum, and momentum is how fortunes are built. Most people chase money. Elon chases problems. Big ones, like how to move the world off fossil fuels, how to make humanity a multiplanetary species, how to reinvent transportation from the ground up. Sounds crazy, right? But here's the secret. The bigger the problem you solve, the bigger the reward. Now, maybe you're not trying to colonize Mars, but look around. Your city, your school, your generation. What problems are people complaining about? That's opportunity. Whether it's overpriced housing, slow delivery, confusing finance, or even helping people make better choices. Those frustrations are gold mines. You don't need to solve everything. Just one piece. Start by asking, what bugs me every day? Then think, could I fix this in a way others would pay for? Elon didn't chase hype, he chased pain points and built empires by solving them. At one point, Elon Musk had over $180 million from the sale of PayPal. He could have retired forever, lived like a king. Instead, he bet everything again. He put $100 million into SpaceX, $70 million into Tesla, and $10 million into SolarCity. And when all three companies were on the brink of collapse, he borrowed money to pay rent. That's not recklessness, that's conviction. He believed so deeply in his vision that he was willing to risk it all. Not once, but multiple times. Now, you don't need to throw your entire bank account into a business, but here's the mindset to copy. Calculated risk. Start the project, post the content, launch the offer, pitch the client. Most people wait for certainty. But wealth follows those who move before the path is clear, because no one builds something extraordinary without first being willing to bet on themselves. Elon Musk doesn't build to make it and then relax. He builds, sells, and builds again. After Zip2 came PayPal. After PayPal came Tesla. Then SpaceX, then Neuralink, then the Boring Company. Each success became fuel for the next challenge. That's what most people miss. They treat one win like a finish line, but Elon treats it like a launch pad. So here's the mindset shift. Stop thinking in terms of one shot. Start thinking in terms of systems. Your first online store, your first freelance gig, your first investment, that's just step one. Use every win, no matter how small, to buy time, gain skills, or level up. Because wealth isn't built in a straight line. It's built in cycles. Build something gives, learn, gives cash out, gives reinvest, gives repeat. That's how Elon scaled his fortune. And that's how you can scale yours. Elon Musk is known for working 80 to 100 hours a week. And not because he has to, but because he's obsessed with what he's building. When Tesla was struggling, he slept on the factory floor. When SpaceX had rocket failures, he was right there with the engineers, tweaking and testing. That level of intensity isn't about burnout, it's about alignment. He works like that because he cares that much. Now here's what you can copy. Not the crazy hours, but the focus. Block out distractions. Go deep on what matters. Even 1 solid hour a day of focused work can outpace 8 hours of scattered effort. Ask yourself, what would happen if you took your dreams seriously for just 30 days? Not kinda, not halfway, but all in. Because the truth is, hard work doesn't guarantee success, but consistent hard work over time, that's a superpower. Elon Musk isn't just a CEO. He's an engineer, a coder, a designer, a strategist, all rolled into one. When he builds a company, he's not just managing from the sidelines. He understands the product, the tech, the finances, and the customer. That's why he moves faster than most. He doesn't have to wait for experts. He becomes one. This is where you win too. You don't need to master everything at once, but every new skill you stack makes you more powerful. If you're good at sales, learn basic design. If you're great at writing, add copywriting or SEO. If you know finance, add coding or automation. Each new skill multiplies the value of the others. In today's world, the most valuable people are the ones who can connect dots across disciplines. Be a generalist with depth, and you'll become unstoppable. Elon doesn't think in terms of small improvements. He doesn't ask, how can I make this 10% better? He asks, how can I make it 10 times better? Or even, how can I make this completely obsolete? That kind of thinking forces radical ideas. It breaks limits, and it attracts massive opportunities. Now, most people aim low because it feels safer, but aiming bigger actually creates more clarity and more motivation. So try this. Take one of your current goals and 10x it. Want to make $1,000? Ask yourself how you'd make $10,000. Want 10 clients? Figure out how to serve 100 without burning out. Even if you don't hit the full 10 but you will land way beyond what normal thinking would have gotten you. Because small goals create small moves, but 10x goals create momentum, creativity, and serious money. Elon didn't get lucky. He got intentional. He made bold moves, took scary risks, and kept building, even when everything was falling apart. And that's your reminder. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need millions. You just need to start thinking bigger. Every day you wait is a day your future wealth could be growing. So don't wait for permission. If this video sparked even one new idea for your future, hit that like button, subscribe to Rise to Riches, and drop a comment telling me which of Elon's moves you're going to copy first. Because remember, every billionaire was once a broke kid with a crazy dream. Your journey starts where you are, with what you have, and the next bold step you decide to take. So keep learning, keep building, and rise to riches.